Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Vikings, season 6, episode 14. Whew! I'm really excited. I don't know why, because really the last episodes, the two last episodes gave me things to be excited for and nothing really bad happened during it. No, I just remember that Asa died. After Bjorn dying, losing another Bjorn's kid, it's almost like, okay. Like, now that we are going with that, with that mood, with that environment for the end of this show, I really think that everyone is gonna die. So I'm like, Asa dying, why not? Like, really, it's almost like the writers are, crossing everyone's name letter by letter. I think that the next one who is gonna die, it's gonna be Ubbe, because he's on this journey. And I can't see how it can end well because of the fact that this journey is difficult and all, because of the fact that he's with people who are potential threats to him. He's gonna go on that new land. Like, I don't think that people are gonna welcome him just like that, like, oh yes, new strangers who wants to conquer our lands. Yes, no. A lot of possibility for Ubbe to die, and really what they put about Ubbe during the trailer, it was him saying stuff like, one day you have to die, so why not dying like that, things like that. What they put about Bjorn during the trailer, it was him injured and all. He died. Ubbe saying stuff about death during the trailer, for me it only means one thing, he's gonna die also. See, I made my mind, about this last episode, like, if you were there for my reaction video for the trailer, of the part B of this season, you saw that I had hope, and I even had wishes about the end of this season. I had 3 wishes: Bjorn surviving, the brothers all alive at the end, and the return of Loki. Now Bjorn died, I think that everyone is gonna die. Of course, all of the brothers are gonna die, and I'm not even sure that we're gonna see Floki. This is almost like a running gag with this show. Maybe we're gonna see him, but at the end, last episode, last minutes. All of the rest of them, they're gonna die little by little, which can only mean one thing for me, and I want that, really. If they are doing that, I want that to happen. I want to see all of them reuniting in Valhalla. Because since day 1, episode 1, minute 1 of this show, they are doing everything. They are saying that they are doing everything to go to Valhalla at the end. That's the goal, for the Vikings. That's why they are doing all of these battles, all of these wars. That's why they are doing all of that. They are showing how brave they are. It's to go to Valhalla at the end. So if they are all dying, we have to see that reunion. And the fact, that they showed during the last episode, yes, I think that it was the last episode, Ghost, about Bjorn, Ragnar and Lagertha. I really appreciated it. Maybe some fans can think that it was easy, but during that moment I think that the symbolic was really interesting for Gunnhild, to have them, the last king and queens of Kattegat, looking at her, like encouraging her. That was interesting in my opinion. And for me it means also that the writers are not gonna be shy with that, with using ghosts during the end of the season, like we're gonna see them again. I really think so. So why not in Valhalla? Maybe. See? Maybe I kept one hope. Okay, they're all gonna die. That's it, I think so. But they're gonna meet in Valhalla. That's my hope. That's my dream. For what happened during the last episode, I was really disturbed at the end of the last episode because Asa died, and that was awful because I think that it's the last of Bjorn's kid still alive. If we are not counting, you know, the baby who is gonna come, you know, Ingrid's baby. I think that she was the last of Bjorn's kid, and that was sad for the little girl, but that was sad also for this symbolic. And for the Russian narrative arc, I was disturbed because I thought that a lot of persons were doing stuff, had plans and all, and at the end, no, I was totally wrong. They didn't have plans, and I didn't understand. Really, I didn't understand, because episode 12 made me think that Oleg discovered, you know, Ivar and Fitzurk weaknesses. Fitzurk with drugs and Ivar with Katya Fredis, you know. And I thought that Oleg discovered that and were using that against them. Drugs, you know, to paralyze Fitzurk, and Katya to know stuff about Ivar's plan. And the fact that Katya suddenly switched like that on Ivar's side, and first thing that she's doing after having sex with him, it was asking him questions about Deer and his plan. I was like, there is something wrong with that, you know, I don't understand the girl, and if I don't understand the girl and she is also asking that question, maybe I don't understand and I don't trust her for a good reason, because she's in fact still in Oleg's side. And during the episode 13, we had Oleg encouraging, you know, the two brothers to be against each other, like he wanted to separate them. So I was like, okay, I'm right with that. He's really planning something to isolate Ivar, to have Fitzurk on his side, to really just have Ivar betraying him, doing that treason so he can kill him or something like that. I thought that about Oleg, but I was wrong. He didn't plan that at all with Katya, because in fact Katya really went with Ivar, which is still weird for me, because again we didn't see a development of her character which can explain that, in my opinion. And Oleg, who is supposed to be clever and all, he didn't see that coming, you know, he didn't see that something was wrong, you know, with Ivar and Igor, that they were planning something. Like, he saw them talking like that, we saw him suspecting stuff, but he didn't understand that, and when he went on that religious ceremony, he didn't pay attention about the fact that none of them were there, like Igor, okay, but also all of them. Like, it took that time to realize that. It felt wrong for me, and the brothers also fighting like that suddenly. I mean, it's logical with their story, their background and all from their past, you know, that's logical with their past and their history, but their relationship evolved during the last season. Their relationship really changed, and having a fight like that provoked just by one thing, you know, just by the fact that Oleg was preferring Fitzurk during that moment. That fight suddenly felt off also because it was too sudden. It was logical, you know, having that fight, and also maybe it's a way for the writers to remember to the viewers that their story is not so great, you know, and that maybe it can have consequences for the end of the show. But right now, having this fight, for me it felt wrong. I'm not blaming the writers because they wrote that for Oleg and for the brothers, because I think that they needed to do it like that for Oleg, because they needed the story to change, you know, they needed Ivar, Fitzurk and all of them, you know, Igor and all, out of the town. And I think also that they needed to remember to the viewers that there is a dark backstory for the two brothers, that they don't have such an healthy relationship. They needed to do that, but I think that they did it in a wrong way because it felt too sudden, and it was not logical with the characters, you know, how they are functioning, but also with the history of the relationship. It was not logical with Katya's character, who suddenly switched, with Oleg's character, who is supposed to be smart and didn't plan anything, and with the relationship between the brothers, who are suddenly fighting. It's logical with their past, but suddenly like that, something felt wrong. Yes, I was disturbed after the last episode, even if I thought that it was a good one, because It's well written, you know, we have good lines, we have good moments, we have moments of action, we have moments of emotion. It's well played also, I'm involved into it totally, the musics are great, the pictures are great, everything is great, you know, but these things disturb me. I didn't post my reaction video about it yet, I'm gonna post it on Tuesday and right now I'm on Saturday, so I don't know what did you think about it when you watched it for the first time. I asked you that during the review. You know me, I'm not hiding my thoughts about a show or my reactions during an episode just to please the viewers and the fans. I'm a fan, I love this show, I love these characters. You saw me crying like hell when Björn died, so you know how much I love this show and these characters, but it doesn't mean that I'm a blind fan, you know, and that I'm gonna accept everything that is happening into the shows that I love. I can criticize also some bad things that they can do, and for me that was not a bad one, but that was too quick. Maybe I needed 2 episodes, you know, for doing what they did in just one. Maybe something like that. Oh, and I'm afraid also for Gunnhild, Harald is back and he wants the throne. Please, no! On my dead body, really, Harald, on my dead body you're gonna go on that throne. I'm saying that and he's gonna be on the throne during this episode, like... Today I'm gonna watch 2 episodes. So maybe we can have the first one with Harald on the throne and the second one with Harald being killed on the throne. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now because like I said, I want to see 2 episodes today, so let's go for this episode 14. Please, I don't want anyone to die during this episode. And today for me, you know, during these 2 episodes, I'm a little afraid, you know, because I'm gonna watch after that the episode 15, so it's gonna be the middle of the second half of the season, so they can kill someone during this episode. Like, they killed Björn episode 1, they killed Asa episode 13, they're gonna kill someone episode 15, if we are counting like that. We'll see. Oleg, you're still right there, not doing anything? Finally! For Oleg's character, for how he's acting and reacting usually. Normally he's more impulsive, you know? We are beginning the episode just after, you know, the last one finished. Maybe they are not gonna succeed, you know, to escape so easily, in fact.
I offer myself up for you.
Okay! You're gonna be yourself. You had to pass right there, okay. Ah! She lost her kid. Are you gonna be welcomed, you know, on that land? Don't kill yourself, Gunnhild. I'm afraid of that since Björn died. That sacrifice ceremony that we saw during the trailer.
I know people would have elected you. You would make a great queen. Forgive me, Skane, but these are personal matters.
It doesn't seem really respectful or polite.
You and I and Björn, we belong together.
You're part of each other's story for sure,
I
but
was in the company.
belonging to each other?
Björn died. For some reason, I came back to life.
A narrative one.
You can't have Björn anymore. You can have me. And you can be queen of Kattegat. If I marry you, I ask no humility. And I expect no immediate answer.
That's nice. I don't want that to happen. She's gonna give him the legitimacy, you know, to be on the throne. She was gonna be elected. They are respecting her. She's approving him.
But you just didn't have children.
You're acting nice and sweet with her, but you raped Ingrid, Harald. I don't trust you with woman who doesn't want you. This hug. I want to see this land. Really, the fog, the light. A mysterious journey until the end.
Is this it? You're going to London, sir.
We want to see more! It looks like Iceland when they came on it for the first time. Yes, kid.
I can't express my joy at your arrival.
Oh, I really hope that you're sincere.
I felt certain that you would manage it. Tomorrow, we will plan our attack on Kiev. I love you, whoever you are.
She's Katya. You can love her, but she's Katya. Come on.
My beautiful, insatiable. Seems after all that you are not alone in betraying me.
Oh, he's gonna lose his mind even more. I mean, he was already cruel. Now he's gonna...
What have I done wrong?
a lot of things.
Why has our Lord abandoned me and made me a figure of fun? You were lucky. They spared you suffering.
No,
They must suffer beyond suffering.
I don't like the guy and everything that he said, but everything that he said was logical with his character, his story. From his side, you know, everyone is betraying him and no one is allowing him to be king, to have the power, to have the place that he thinks that he deserves.
I thought the queue's up there. Very well. This is not the golden land that we dreamed of. But it is still land, Thomas. We know the value of land, huh? Especially if we don't have to pay for it.
Nah, we heard that before, no? With Iceland.
I agree with Chateau. We can discover about this new place. The other inhabitants, maybe even a food source.
It's your last kid, Tori.
You thinking about us now?
Of course.
It was not your fault. It was fated to happen and that's the end of it.
You don't want to talk about it?
No.
We will talk no more of us.
She died so suddenly and we're not talking about her. I'm feeling sorry for the kid, you know, not taking the time to honor her like we took that time to honor our brother. Tori. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry for Tori. You're gonna switch against Harald, you? Stop eating each time. You're making me angry. To you. I don't like Harald, but I think that I don't like you even more. You're gonna offer the same thing to the other wife.
But you wanted to be queen.
The food is ready.
It's not Ken's child. Is it? No, it's not. It's not my child. And what is this? Huh?
Something to poison you?
Is it enough potion? Or is it poison?
Guess.
Or none?
You took an antidote before coming? I don't understand. It's not your kid. I really believe that this is Björn's kid. Maybe also because I want a descendant, you know, from Björn. And all of his kids died. We need this one.
Because as you have heard, my word, Prince Igor has been kidnapped by Ivor the Boneless and his brother,
Has escaped.
I have no choice but to prepare for an attack. We will repel Dyr's attack, and then make counterattacks to devastating effect. I'm the prophet. My brother Dyr will fall from the balcony of this palace, struck in the chest by an arrow fired by Prince Igor.
You have a lot of dreams.